All right, everybody. Welcome back to Joe's Corner. Right now, we're going to make some spiced up mac and cheese. Yeah, we'll start with our base mac and cheese, but we're going to add a little bit to it. I'm going to add some chicken, some spices, some fresh vegetables. Let's get started. First of all, this is my chicken. You know, if you watch the chicken video somewhere, you'll see how I slice it up thin and I put it in the freezer. It comes out nice and soft. Nice and thawed out. Oh, I'm just gonna add some avocado oil. Probably should start heating up that pan. Just gonna pull my chicken apart. Takes a little bit of patience, but you'll only have to flip it once this way. Give it a little bit. You can make it crispy, or you can make it blackened on one side. It's up to you as long as it's fully cooked, but I just kind of unfold all the pieces so they're flat. Thought about it in my previous videos. I just kind of do it. I don't really explain why I'm doing it. Sometimes I just smush it out and make them flat. But as I've been doing this, I decided, you know what? One flip chicken's good. Gets that nice crispy tone to it. So we're gonna add some roasted veggie seasoning. I think that'd be good. Actually, I should put some salt on first. Turn that down to medium. Pan's heating up real fast. Just gonna put some pink salt across the top of the chicken, let it absorb. I'm gonna get some of this roasted veggie seasoning in there. Decent amount. And then we'll use some Parmesan Herb. Oh, that smells good. While I've got that going, we're just gonna add some regular noodles to my mac and cheese mix to extend it. There's gonna be enough flavor to go around, so. The back burner starting to boil. I'm gonna add some salt to the pot to boil the noodles with. Go ahead and dump the mac and cheese in. I guess it's just the noodles, but open up the mac and cheese box. Let's see if they even put the cheese sauce in here. Ah, there's cheese sauce in the form of a brick. That's new, to me anyway. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and add the noodles. How many noodles was that? I don't know. A decent amount of noodles. Okay, so I'm gonna give that pot a little bit of a stir. I don't want all my noodles to stick to the bottom. Pepper and a pink salt. I'm gonna cover the chicken for now, just letting it cook on medium. We'll flip it in a minute or two. I do need to add, I do need to add some veggies and stuff to the mix. So I'm gonna get to chopping those here. Flying random noodles flying around. All right, and we're back. I was gonna try something a little bit different today. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but this is kind of like first person, my point of view. So we got some serrano pepper here, we got some garlic, and then we have some black pepper and some garlic powder, which I'll be adding to the cheese sauce. Make it taste a little bit better here. So I got some red onion, and I got some tomato, and I got some cilantro. And it's gonna be weird going around my camera, but let's give it a shot. So I'm gonna chop all this stuff up. I thought about putting the garlic in with the chicken maybe when I flip it to give it a little bit of a saute. And let me just monitor my noodles real quick. You gotta give them a little stir to keep them off the bottom. All right, so let's get to chopping. I don't use a whole lot of cilantro for this because you don't want to overpower the taste of the flavor. It's a little bit different for me. Get our tomato here, dice that up. I like to cut a lot of slices down the center here. Makes for smaller pieces. I'll probably do the same thing across. It's not something where you have to like, usually I'm chopping the tomato to no end for guacamole or something, but this time I'm just gonna slice that just like that. Got my tomato slice. Let's get my red onion. Partially used red onion, but nevertheless, this is about maybe a fourth of the red onion. Be mindful of your fingers. Notice I have a grip on my blade, like so. I'll pinch it. And the handle is just for some extra support, or it's for weight when you chop. Just make sure you have a good grip on that before you start chopping stuff up close to your fingers. And then I thought, I'm gonna make it a little spicy with this serrano pepper. It's a little dinged up, that's why I cut off extra. I thought about cooking this, but I think it will be bitter if I don't cook it. And I do leave the seeds in. If you want a little bit less hot, you can pull the seeds out. This I will dice up a little bit because it's spicy. And you could use a habanero or jalapeno or something that suits your taste. I like serrano with this personally, so that's what I'm going to do. So that's all our fresh veggies. We've got them all chopped up. The garlic I need to chop. Yeah, and I'll throw that in and flip the chicken. Just going to stir my noodles. They're looking good. Let's get to this garlic. Lucky I have enough reach to reach the counter like this, but I think it's cool. I don't know what's better. I'll listen to everybody's opinion. How about that? Probably a mixed opinion. Maybe we'll go back and forth depending on what I'm making. So I smash my garlic, get those peels off, nice and easy. I normally try to get garlic that's bigger. I really don't like smashing lots of tiny cloves over and over again. You can probably eat this mac and cheese without the hot pepper altogether if you want. I know a lot of people don't like hot peppers, so you can just leave that out. You're still gonna have a ton of flavor with all this stuff. Or if you want, you might want to substitute like a bell pepper, something that's not that hot. That could probably work. Oh, it's like 10 garlics in here. How cool is that? I would like to grow some garlic. Don't have a place for it right now. I know. It looks like, wait, isn't all this stuff going as guac too? Kind of. But there's no avocados to be found. Not today. Not in this kitchen. No. All right, so I got this garlic. I am going to get that into the chicken. We'll come back for this powder sauce in a little bit. Okay, we're back. Our noodles are still sort of coming to a full boil. By the time the chicken's done, it should all be a one thing. Let's see if I can reach this now. So here's all our garlic that we had. We just kind of like sprinkle it in there. I'll start flipping the chicken. It'll be good. Always use the back of the blade. So we flipped our chicken one time. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep that uncovered and let that all saute together. By the time we're done with everything, we should have a nice crisp seasoned side on the end, on the other side. So now, let's get into mixing what we go into the cheese sauce. Okay, so I like to mix my cheese sauce with sour cream and butter, but the butter has to go into the pan separately so it melts. So I'm gonna leave the butter out for now. I'm gonna take the garlic, the black pepper, the sour cream, and the cheese mix, and I'm gonna put them in a bowl and start blending them together. I'm just gonna use this bowl. Hooray for this bowl. You know, this is where bad stuff happens, right? The cheese sauce. I know, all this fresh veggies are here too. I'm gonna get them all over the bowl. We're trying. Okay, so that's a whole packet of cheese sauce. Not so bad. I'm gonna add some garlic powder because cheese sauce with garlic powder tastes better. Add some black pepper, just because it needs some kind of speckle to it. You know, you gotta see something, make it, oh, look, flavor. Yeah, see, it doesn't even have to be much. It's just gotta be like, oh, it's in there. How cool is that? Now I'm gonna get some sour cream. I don't even use the milk. I don't follow the package's recommendations after a point, you know? That's the whole point, is you just start figuring out. Get this open. Oh, can't reach in the drawer. Let's see. I knew it would come with complications. You got a fork. It'll have to do. All right. We're gonna take like, I don't know, that's like 1 fork full, maybe 2 forks full. Think like spoonfuls, right? Maybe. There you go, that's good. You don't want it to be runny, but you do need some thickness to coat everything. Just gonna stir the noodles. Noodles have been stirred. You know what? You know me. I'm gonna add some salt. There we go. Salt and sour. Okay, so now I'm gonna like do my best to get all these vegetables into this mix as well. I say do my best because I've never done it with the camera like this. Let's see how. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there you go. Oh, achieve success. Good job. Okay, so the butter is going to go in separately, but this I'm going to mix right now by hand. Just start getting the sour cream, the cheese powder, all that. Just mix it all together because it's all going to be one thing when I put it in the pot anyway. I'll mix it more in the pot too, but let's just get this started. Because, you know, the other things are cooking. Let's just make good use of our time, so. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's just got to be together. Get rid of this. Okay, so here's our noodles. I'm taking them off the fire. I'm pretty sure they'll be done. It's been a while since I put them on. So, I need to get the strainer out. Take these and get them dumped. There's our pot for that. I'm going to be using a block of butter. Maybe I'll put, it's about 1 stick. Roughly 1 stick, but it's that Kerrygold butter, so it doesn't look like it's 1 stick. So I need to get that in first. Well, this burner's hot, so we'll get it on that burner. Just cleaning everything up as we go. Butter's about halfway melted up, I would say. Still melting, but our cutting board or knife all clean. So let's go over here to our chicken and let's see how the one flip system is working out. Oh, it's looking pretty good here. Yeah, there we go. Let's just pull that off, put it on the board. Look at that. Oh, we're gonna chop this up and it's gonna go into our mac and cheese. One flip chicken, I'm telling you. I suppose I can rub it around on there a little bit, get the other flavors. You get one side nice and toasty, it's fully cooked, it's nice and thin. It's yummy. And just because we have all this garlic and it's left over, I'm not gonna let it go to waste. I'm going to transfer it to our butter. All that flavor of the garlic and the butter. Ugh, you already know this is gonna be good. Ah, there's a piece of it. Just one piece though. So butter's melting down pretty good. I'm probably gonna get the noodles back into the pot here. The diciest part, the noodle slip challenge. Will the noodles stay? Will they slip? Will we have a big mess to clean up? Not today. Good job. Just get those hot noodles into the butter a little bit. Get all the noodles to separate. It's kind of cool. Oh, look at this, buttery noodles. That'd be good on its own, to be honest. Some salt, some butter on these noodles. But we're not done. We have got our mixture here with our cheese paste and our sour cream and all the good stuff, the garlic powder, salt, whatever, black pepper for some flavor specks. Just because a lot of this is the cheese sauce. So we're gonna give that a nice flip. Try to keep it in the pot. Be cool. Oh man, yeah, that's where it doesn't have to be perfect. That cheesy coating is gonna go all over this stuff. Sour cream makes it really thick. Even if I was just making this straight box mac and cheese, I don't put the milk in. I'll put a little bit butter. I just eyeball it. And then I just throw some sour cream in there. And it honestly makes everything delicious. A piece is just on the floor there. One piece. We can't go a full day. That piece. All the burners are off. Okay, so yesterday I had a malfunction when I was trying to make the mac and cheese. And it didn't record the part where I cut the chicken and mixed it in the bowl. And unfortunately, I don't have the mac and cheese anymore, but I did make some more chicken, and this is basically how I cut it. I went ahead and stacked it, found some pieces similar size, and I just kind of cut it into roughly this size. Just a couple of cuts. And then I mixed it together in the mac and cheese, which would have been great, except I see that the hardware failed, and I kind of addressed it at the end of the mac and cheese video. You get to see the final result, you just don't get to see me mix the chicken in, which is sort of disappointing for some, myself included. I thought I had done such a stellar job at that point. So, same style chicken, different spices, different flavor today. But essentially that's all we're doing is cutting it up for the, this is what it would have looked like when it went into the mac and cheese. That mac and cheese was good too. Like I tweak it just a little bit every time I make it. Man, that might have been the best one I've come up with yet. So, essentially, this is what the chicken looks like, and you just go ahead and mix it in with the mac and cheese. I wish I could do that, but this is the best I can come up with. And anyway, thanks for understanding and watching the extra new chicken portion. It'll slap right into a finished bowl of mac and cheese in a second. All right, everybody, that was a big blooper. When I transferred my camera back from the stove over there, I cut all the chicken off the camera, and I made a nice little good speech and how easy it was to cut and everything else. And then I mixed it together in this bowl. Little did I know that the recording had stopped. So, there's no way for me to accurately do that again. I did dump some Parmesan on top, and it looks delicious. It smells good, and I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. So, thanks for joining Joe's Corner. Maybe I'll get that segment filled in. Maybe I won't. We'll find out in the future. Take care. Enjoy.